couple nights ago in Idaho, 25-year-old Steven Jensen was driving a semi-truck with a train headed toward the intersection. For an unknown reason, he did not stop.
Now, that train hit him on the passenger side, leaving Jensen pinned inside the driver's seat, unable to move, and his truck burst into flames. And that's when our next guest sprung into action, saving Jensen's life. Brandon Bair, no ordinary guest.
Yeah, joining us now is a mountain of a man, former NFL defensive lineman, Brandon Bair. Brandon, so nice to have you on the show this morning. Good morning.
Thanks for having me.
This literally, it doesn't sound like a scene out of Mission Impossible. This was a scene in a Mission Impossible movie. Take us through what happened here from your perspective as you saw this all play out.
Well, it's kind of a unique situation for me. I've obviously never been a part of this, but I'm just pulling up to my office, and directly across the freeway from my office is the railroad tracks in that intersection. Right before I turned in, I looked up and I just seen the scene happen perfectly. That semi pulled out in front, and he was struck. And there was a young man, and he ran alongside the tracks, lifted up some of the parts and pieces that were there. And when I seen him lift it up, set it down, and take off running again, his name was Riker Simmons. I immediately knew that I needed to get to the front of that train. Train was still going, trying to get stopped. Black smoke was filling up the cab, and the conductor was having some problems there. And
wow.
I had to shoot across the freeway, get into the middle of the freeway and kind of in the median out here where we're at. And I just drove alongside the train till it stopped. Pretty crazy. When it stopped and I jumped out, I was able to just run up. I seen the conductors jumping out of the train. There's another young man there. I think his name, is Lyndon Reinhardt was there, and he was talking to the conductors. And I ran up there and I said, "Hey, has anybody seen the driver?" And everybody said no, but stay away from that train or stay away from the truck. You know, I mean, the truck's on fire. It was that's what you see right there in the pictures. Bad deal. And I couldn't help it. I mean, I had this feeling in my gut that I needed to get to the front of that train now. And so I ran up, got on the tracks, started getting closer to the truck, and I could hear somebody inside.
Jeez.
At that moment, it was pretty surreal to me, but I had to just basically say, talking about my family, they'll be okay without me. And run inside and get past the heat and get in there. And anyhow, Steven was inside there. I was able to get him unbuckled. He was pinned down by the steering wheel, which, when I got in there, he was obviously in a little bit of a state of shock and more concerned about the things that had happened and not as much about his situation and him being alive. And so when I told him that, we got to get out of here now, kind of yelled at him and just kind of snapped him out of it. And we ripped that steering wheel off of his face and kind of got him upright, and I got my arms around his chest and drug him out of that little window there on the back of the train. And the moment we came down off those tracks, that whole thing just went up in flames. It wasn't like an explosion by no means, but it all ignited inside, just like fuel was spraying in the cab. But it was a crazy deal.
Brandon, crazy, the understatement.
Yeah.
They say a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Right.
The pictures we're showing is worth that man's life. You say you had a gut feeling. I don't know if many people would follow that gut feeling, Brandon, knowing the risk you were taking, and just seconds later, as you just said, seconds after removing that young man from the truck, it exploded.
Yeah, that picture right there, that's after I drug him down off the tracks, and then went up in flames, and I had to pull him a little bit further away. Then I stopped and took that picture because I couldn't believe what we just came out of. And when I say having a gut feeling, I'm a man of faith, and I can tell you, I knew without a doubt that man needed to be alive for some reason, and there was something taking me there to get him out of there. He's got a purpose in life, and I look forward to getting to know him and seeing what he's going to accomplish, because there's something greater than me.
Hair is now standing up in the back of my neck. Rachel's, I was going to ask you about that. So there was a nurse on site. It was National Nurses Day. Plus, you were quoted saying what you just said. The Lord wanted him alive. That was what you said. And your actions happen to take place on our National Day of Prayer. So do you, I don't know where you are, religiously, if you're a very faithful person, but this sounds like some sort of divine intervention to me.
I agree 100%. I feel like I said something wanted that guy alive, and I say the Lord wanted him alive. When I got to that cab, there was a teeny little space left of that truck, and he was in it. And there was no reason that man should have been alive other than like I said, the Lord needed him around for something. And I'm grateful. I tell anybody, like, trust your gut, feel those promptings you've got, because, you know, if you're somewhere like that, if you just act and follow those feelings, you're going to be able to help the Lord in his work and keep him. You know, we need something positive in this world nowadays. And I just truly see this. And I spoke with Stephen the other day, and him and I talked for the first time after this whole thing happened. And we both agree, you know, there's something crazy there and something special. And so I don't know, but it's an absolute miracle. There's no question about it.
Yeah, that man you saved, 25-year-old Stephen Jensen, I think it's going to be so cool to see what he does with his life moving forward from this day. As you said, he's supposed to be here. Brandon, from my understanding, you also know a man named Craig Carter, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I know Craig Carter well.
You work with Craig Carter. We saw a post that he shared, and we wanted to share it as well. He said, "Brandon's my boss. There's not a better man than him. I believe that it could have only been a man of Brandon's size, strength, and spiritual awareness that could have done what he did. It was nothing short of a miracle. I see this good man and his actions every day. He's a hero to me." Now, Brandon, you briefly mentioned helping God with his work, you know, angels on earth, a hero in the complete sense as it is. And as Rob mentioned, like a scene out of a movie. Yeah. What does it feel like to hear that from your coworkers?
You know, I brought him in my office because my wife had shared that with me. I didn't know that I'm not one to get online and see much, but she shared that with me, and I just thanked him. I mean, he's an amazing man, and just to see him, I've looked up to him my whole life, and he's recently come to work for me. He's just an amazing guy. So it's surreal. I can tell you one thing, I'm not as tough as I thought I was. I have a whole level of appreciation for those first responders, you know, those people who come to these scenes all the time, because, you know, it's taken me a little bit emotionally to come to grips with what's gone on. That first phone call I had with my wife, right when this was still going on, once the paramedics got there, I needed to leave the scene, and I went and got my car and called my wife and drove home. And, you know, I've been a mess ever since. The waterworks are close to the surface.
Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful family. We're showing a picture of your 4 girls. What a beautiful family there. Brandon, I noticed the shoes. Those look like Oregon colors to me over your shoulder there. Am I accurate with that?
Yes, sir. That's from the national championship.
All right. So we only have a little bit of time, but I did want to ask you. You played alongside Keenan Lowe, and he stopped that school shooting in Portland a few years ago. Have you guys connected, by the way? I don't know what they're putting in the water up there, but we need more of you around.
Yeah, you know, I actually haven't connected with Keenan Lowe. I'd like to. He is that's that guy right there. That's how he's always been. He didn't have to be anybody different right there. That's just who he is. And I feel the same about him, and he just followed his gut and did what he knew was right in that situation. And I just, you know what, I'm proud to be mentioned in the same sentence as him. So.
As Rob said, something in the water in Oregon. 2 of you are now true heroes. We thank you so much, Brandon Bair, for sharing your story with us, giving your time. We know you're also giving back an immense amount to your community, coaching kids, just an all-around great guy, and we're thankful that you joined us this morning.
Thank you very much.